Yo, dog, Kenny Boucher here, coming to you with a West Coast Guerrilla Battle Report from my local game store, Next Gen Games and Comics. We do 1,500-point games every month in a tournament format, tactical deck. So I brought a 1,500-point army, Denial style, running 2 Demon Princes and 3 units of Cultists in an Alpha Legion battalion. The Demon Princes are basically Slanesh and Tzeentch, so they can cast specific powers on the Cultists, and we take a Demon battalion, basically all Denial, 2 more Demon Princes, and 6 units of Nurglings. The concept here is to make it so you can never target the Demon Princes through a combination of infiltrating Nurglings and forward operating Cultists with other shenanigans mixed in. Some of those shenanigans are simple. We have a Warlord in the Demon battalion. That dude has a special psychic power and Warlord trait that can basically get him up to doing 5 damage, so he can kind of just sneak up on things. Those 2 Demon Princes also have Disgusting Resilient, makes them hard to deal with when they do show you what they're made of. And having 13 CPs and 1,500 points lets us tie to traders and other shenanigans throughout the game. Game 1, Lance. This is a good guy right here. He's playing a Chaos Army. Let me walk you through it real quick. He has Alpha Legion elements, Slanesh elements, Khorne elements. He's got forward operating and everything, but the problem is I completely choke him out with my Nurgling deployment. That's what they're there for. They shut down the ambush. He can't get anywhere near me. He goes first. He's going to bring his Demon Princes up, all his vehicles up, but all he can interact with is Nurglings. Let me tell you what, Nurglings are a little bit more difficult to deal with than people want to believe, with 12 wounds per base, or per unit, 4 wounds per base, Disgusting Resilience, and a Demon save. So he's going to go after these Nurglings. He's going to kill some Nurglings, no big deal. My first turn, though, spring the trap. All Demon Princes on deck, all the Cultists on deck. I have 120-ish Cultists in his grill, rapid firing, getting on the objectives, flipping tactical cards, and always being in position to get every card I want, and never giving up even one shot on my Demon Princes. That's the strength of this style Denial list. You can't interact with the big guys, you have to interact with the little guys, and then they're going to come back to life, and they're always going to get on those objectives. As we go through this tournament, you'll see that is indeed the theme of this army. Lance, admittedly, less experienced, but my man LUCA here, game 2, I've played him before. He's running an incredible, destructive Imperial Guard army. He's got that Shadow Sword. He's got, 5 Leman Russes and 3 infantry squads. Same format. I'm setting up, forward operating. I go second again. I went second all week. So basically I get all my Cultists in his grill, all my, Nurglings. We're doing the same thing. He can't interact with my Demon Princes. So after basically 2 turns of not shooting a Demon Prince and me infinitely charging Leman Russes and him never shooting again, we blow up the Bane Blade. That's a wrap. LUCA, I'm sorry. That army did not work. He literally couldn't kill anything. That's the big problem with those big tanks. All right, Danny. Here's a new guy. I've never played him before. He was running the hardest list in the tournament. He was running both Mortarion and Magnus and 2 Demon Princes and Ahriman, 1,500 points. He went first again. Like I said, I went second every game. So I created an interesting series of bubble wraps here that I wouldn't let him in on me. And then he tried to destroy those Cultists. He couldn't get them all. I auto-passed morale, forward operated, got behind his enemy lines, killed Ahriman, and basically picked apart Magnus because I was able to deny his 3-up invulnerable save, and we just ignored Mortarion. He doesn't exist. We're basically going to sacrifice all 4 Demon Princes to just let Mortarion kill them one by one while we killed Magnus, while 120 Cultists got on every objective, always in position, always able to score every tactical card. In the end, almost the easiest game. Sorry to say, Danny, that was sick. So, recap. Back to the list. We won all 3 of our games in crushing format, and we did it the same way every time. We put a forward threat in the way of Nurglings, which counter-deploy any ambush elements. We put Cultists in your grill, using shenanigans stratagems to come back to life, auto-pass morale the whole game, and the Demon Princes are our claws. We jump on things when necessary. We are using board control and speed. Doesn't look like it, but that's the name of the game. We're always controlling the board. So no matter what tactical card flips, we're in position, and we're never giving anything up. The only things you are allowed to shoot at are Nurglings or Cultists, and I'm probably hiding my Nurglings behind a wall. So in that format, Denial, very strong. Anyway, guys, that was another edition of West Coast Battle Reports. Play on, players.